2. Our guest of the night, Kobe Wall, coming on Pure EVil MMA, who's going to be upcoming fight for Valor Fight 41, March 11th. What's going on, Kobe?
What's good, man? What's good?
Not much. Looking forward to this card. You guys got a lot of good fighters on there. A whole bunch of guys came on. Not your opponent yet, but I'm trying to get them on. So I'm happy that you're able to join us, man. You're just leaving the gym. How was practice?
It was good, man. Second session for the day. Just grinding hard, grinding often. Did a session this morning. It was about 9:30, 9:45 till about 12. Had some lunch and a little resting, a little nap time, and back in the gym from 6 until about 10, right at 10 minutes ago. So another 6 to 9 session in the books. So I feel good, man. We're about 2.5, 3 weeks out. So it's coming close.
So you had an amazing amateur career, and you actually were a champion. What are you trying to do in your pro career? I mean, how many fights do you think you're going to have to win before Dana White notices you?
You know, I didn't have a great amateur career. I decided I was going to fight a lot, and I wanted to fight some tough dudes. And it's just something that we put together. I had 16 amateur MMA fights. I had 4 amateur Thai fights. I had a 155 championship belt for Strike Hard Promotions in Alabama. I had the 155-pound belt for Conflict MMA Promotions out of South Carolina and Georgia. They do a big regional promotion there. Man, I don't know. I've heard Dana may be in the house in a few weeks. We've been hitting him up on Twitter, letting him know what's up, but you never know, man. It may take 5, it may take 10, who knows? But the goal is just to get as many wins as I can, get some tough guys knocked out, and just let him know that we're coming. We're trying to get in the big show. We're trying to, put on a show for all the fans. We're trying to put asses in seats and entertain.
Well, the Octagon is no stranger to you, man. I saw that you help out Sarah McMahon. You were in their corner for that tough finale. What was that experience like?
It's good, man. Me and Sarah are very good friends. We've been to a couple of UFC fights together, and yes, I was in her corner for the Ultimate Fighter finale against, what was his name? You gotta help me.
I forgot her opponent that night.
I can't remember. I know. I think it's Demetrius Johnson defended his belt.
Yeah, against Tim.
Anyways, that was the fight. It was good, man. They put on a great show. Obviously, they're the biggest promotion in the world when it comes to MMA, and they put on a phenomenal show as a fighter, as a fan, as a corner. They just do everything the right way. Obviously, that's why they're the biggest and best promotion in the world. Great experience. Got to see some faces there for sure. But yeah, man, it was a good time. We had a really good time. Sarah got a good win that night. She just fought here recently, wasn't able to go to that fight, but she got another win, so she's doing well herself.
Yeah, she got that first round finish with that triangle choke, I think it was. A question I got to ask you, man, if Dana White is there, is that going to add any pressure onto you, or do you think you'd be able to act, just like what you're pretty much preparing for right now with no added pressure?
Yeah, man, I was asked that a few days ago. It doesn't change for me. I don't care, and this is no disrespect to Uncle Dana, but if Dana's in the house, it's going to be great. But I don't care who's there. I have a job to do. When I step in the cage and the door shuts, it's me and the other guy, and I've got a job to do. I don't care who's watching, who's not watching. I'm gonna do my job. Doesn't matter who's there. But yeah, it'll be fun. I'd love to see him there. I'd love to put on a show for him. Let him know that I'm an up and comer, and we're gonna be in the show one day. But it doesn't matter for me. The job's gonna get done. The outcome's gonna be the same no matter what.
So you're gonna be fighting Zach Cook March 11th. What do you think he's planning on doing here? I mean, what do you know about Zach?
I think the fight's March 18th. You may have said. I don't know. Anyway, so Zach, he's pretty good, man. He's had Just about the same number of amateur fights I've had. I think he's 9-6 as an amateur. And as a pro, he's 3-3. So he's got a few more pro fights than me. A few things that stand out in my mind. He's lost all of his 3 losses by submission. I've won all 3 of my pro fights by submission. I had a vast majority of my amateur wins by submission. But that doesn't take anything away that I can still stand and bang with the best of them. I don't think he's going to take the fight to the ground. The fights that I've seen him lose, he has been taken down. But I don't think he's going to go there. I think he's going to want to stand and trade. And I am more than willing, ready, capable. You know, I'm ready for it. You know, but if shit hits the fan, I still have a backup plan. I still know I can get the takedown. I've seen it happen. And I'm a 4-stripe purple belt on the ground. So, like I said, that's one of his big weaknesses.
So if you get this win, what does that do for you? If you get this win over Zach Cook?
You know, it's another fight. It's against a little tougher opponent. The last fight I had a kind of a last minute dropout, and they changed the opponent on me. The guy was 0-1. We wanted a guy with a winning record, but that's just kind of how it goes in the fight game. Sometimes, you know, with injuries and all these other things, you could have a tough, good opponent, and then the next thing you know, an injury happens, and you get replaced with somebody that you may not be, you know, ready or willing or wanting to fight. But that's part of the fight game. But it's just another fight. He's 3-3. He's got some good experience. He's got some pretty good wins. So for me, it's just another win. And book the next one and keep trucking. You know, you guys stand him up in front of me, and I'll knock him down and keep rolling.
So I'm glad that you actually brought that up, man, because the UFC, Bellator does that a lot. In case one of their fighters gets injured for an upcoming card, they got, you know, a couple of days, they'll call one of the other organizations to come up. So do you stay ready all the time just in case something like that happens? Because it does happen all the time, especially for Bellator.
Yeah, for the most part, we stay ready. I like to tell a lot of the guys that train with me, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Because getting ready for a fight is kind of the downfall of a lot of good fighters. You know, they don't stay ready. They get that call, and it's the call that you can't really turn down. You know, Dana calls and says, hey, I got a fight in Tennessee. I think the Tennessee fight's first time in April, and I'm not ready for a fight. I'm not going to say no. Who would say no to that fight? Not many people would say no. But then you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot because you're not ready, but you got to say yes. So you kind of wind up, you know, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, you know. So it's better to stay ready all the time. I try to train a minimum of 1 time a day, every day. For the most part, I'll have a day off every now and then. But when I'm in a camp, it's 2 to 3 sessions a day, and just getting ready for a fight. And then, like I said, if I'm not in a camp, I'm still grinding, just not quite as hard. Got to take care of the body.
Well, look at Bilal Muhammad, look at Lando, look at Daryl Horcher. All of 2016, they got that late call. Even though they didn't win their debut, they went in there and put on an amazing performance that, you know, the fans didn't forget. So even though you don't win, you know, as long as you go in there and make a good performance, you know, the fans will start loving you. Even Rick Glenn, he just fought the other night as well. So let me know a little bit more about this, your relationship with Sarah. I mean, do you guys just train together? How'd you meet her? How did this all come about?
She's been a good friend for a while. She's got a few guys that fight out of Revolution that fight on a few conflict MMA cards out of South Carolina. And we met at a conflict show. I believe that the promoter, Jared Williams, she had just fought, and Jared Williams brought her in the cage just to do some of the talking stuff. And I was actually cage side doing commentary for conflict. And she was sitting at the commentary table with me, and just kind of hit it off. She's a good person, man. She's one of the sweetest, nicest people you'll ever meet, man. She's so kind. She'll do anything for you. Just a good person, and she kind of hit home with me, and became good friends. We've trained together a lot. Like I said, we've been around to some UFC shows together. She's just a good friend.
So on top of it, man, she has an amazing story and a very strong soul with everything that she's been through.
Yeah, she, I've never seen the movie The Hurt Business, and just the other night I sat down and I watched the movie The Hurt Business, and man, it really it tugged on those heartstrings because I know her story, but there were certain details that I guess I either did not remember or may not have been told or asked about. But yeah, there were. Yeah, man, she's been through some tough. She's been through some tough stuff, and she's so strong, man. She's probably one of the strongest women I know. She's got a gorgeous daughter. She takes care of her daughter. She's a single mom. So yeah, man, she's got it going on. She's a role model for a lot of people. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and you were just talking about, you were in her corner for the Alexis Davis fight. That's who she just fought, was Alexis Davis. And then she just had the recent one with Gina Bazzani. But, man, I'm also happy that you brought that up. Netflix just released The Hurt Business. What did you think about it?
It was a really good movie, man. I mean, it's kind of a mix between a movie, documentary, all that good stuff. But it was really good. They did a good job of it. Obviously, it brought some things to light that a lot of regular fans, guys that aren't in the fight business, the regular fans didn't know. John Jones stuff came out. Like I said, there's some stuff that's about Sarah.
And Gary Goodridge.
Through that, those are things that a lot of people don't know on the regular. So I thought it was really well put together. It was directed good. It was phenomenal, man. Like I said, it tugged on some heartstrings a little bit in areas, but it was really good, man. I liked it.
So as we get to the end of this interview, man, the last question that I got to ask you, or my listeners will literally behead me, is what can they expect when they tune in to watch you fight?
Listen, I tell a lot of people it doesn't matter if the fight ends in 30 seconds or 15 minutes. Don't blink. I'm coming in. I'm coming to take heads off. I'm coming to choke you out, knock you out, something. And I'm not going down without a fight. Just keep your eyes open. Don't blink. Because if you blink, he may go to sleep real quick. And I hate for you to miss the big nasty head kick knockout because I'm kind of known for those.
Yeah, man, I was checking out some of your fights, man. You got some pretty good ones that I'll be sharing on our Twitter page for all of our listeners to go check out. And lastly, man, where can everybody find you on social media if they want to go check out your pages and past fights and stuff?
Yeah, so my Snapchat and my Instagram, they're the same, KW02648. It's KW02648. My Twitter is Kobe-Wall. And my Facebook is Kobe the Great Wall. So you guys look me up, check me out. I'm always putting stuff up. We got a few videos that I'm going to put up tonight, a little bit of training stuff. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. What we like to do at this point is the floor is all yours. If you have any sponsors, that's how we end it here. If you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, man, thank all my guys down in Statesboro, Georgia, South Georgia to keep me going. Al Chapman, Russ Cassidy, Alex Mosley, Amy Roney over at, Anyway, Amy Roney, she knows who she is. All the guys up here at Striker Fight Center in my gym in Kennesaw, Georgia, they help keep me going day in and day out. I want to thank my family. Last but not least, one of the most important guys right now that's helping give me these good fights and keeping me going, Jared Williams, my manager. He's phenomenal, man. He's taking good care of me. I want to thank everybody, man. I've had a lot of people that's kind of jumped on the Kobe train here in the last few months. I really appreciate all the support. Love to see you guys March 18th for Valor in Elizabethton, Tennessee. But if you can't, look us up on Flow Combat. It'll be live for Flow Combat.
Thank you so much, Kobe. Best of skill on your upcoming fight.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the interview.